Hey guys, what's going on? Drax here, back again with another episode of Farming Sim 17. We just flipped. Can we turn back over? What is happening? I don't even understand. Alright, so we... now cars are all over the place. What is happening? Okay, well, I was gonna go and sell that vehicle at the shop with my own two hands, but you know what? I'm thinking that that might not be the best course of action. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna sell the tree trimmer, the transport. We're gonna go ahead and sell that back to them, and then I don't think I have any other vehicles to kind of do the logging. What I've kind of decided, and what a couple of people have left comments on, is that I should really just let logging lay where it is for the time being, because it is somewhat of a tedious task, and if you don't have the right equipment, man, it can just be that, just so tedious and so hard to take care of that it can be very, very, very tough. And so I don't want to run into that anymore. So we're gonna leave logging lay where it is, and we're not gonna mess with it anymore for the time being. But what we are gonna mess with is we're gonna look at buying some new equipment today. And I haven't really decided what I want to try and buy, but there has got to be a couple of things that are worthwhile. So we've got harvesters up here that we could look into buying. Not really too many of these are necessary in the small amounts that we have them. We have cultivate. We have a cultivator, I do believe. Prepares for the next sowing. Now, we could look at buying bigger versions of this stuff. So let's take a look at what we have. So we have, I'm going to grab my pen and little pad of paper here. We have this, and this is a sewing machine. So we have that. This one has a width of 3.0 kilometers. All right. The next machine that we have, let's come all the way back over here, is we have this, and this is a cultivator, and this has a width of 3.0 kilometers. And if we come over to this is the header. This also has a width of 4.3 kilometers. And then outside of that, that's all we have. Okay, so cultivator, sower, and so nothing that we have is really that widespread. If we look at some of the headers here, these are going to be limited on the machines that I think we can put them on, I'm pretty sure. So it says there's a little puzzle piece there. Let's see, garage. Let's come back over here for a second. This is the 1660 axle flow. If we look at the headers, this one can go in the 1660 axle flow. This one can also go to combine. Okay. Let's see. That one can only go on that. This one can go on the 1660. Now this is a 5.7. That is to combine harvesters. That looks like sunflower seeds. This one might be one. No, this is... Looks like we're still going to be pretty limited on what we can get with this without buying another tractor. Okay, that's understandable. The harvester is probably one of the... It is one of the slower ones. We don't have a plow yet, which might be something we want to look into. We don't want to create new fields or anything, so I don't know how important that is. But... let's look at sewing machines. Okay, so this one is for... Okay, this one does everything. That's... Oh, no. This is the one we have. Yeah, it's in our garage. Looks like it will do quite a bit of stuff. This one can now sow potatoes. This one does just about everything this one does. Almost. Oh, no, it also does radishes. And this one here... Sowing machine. Additionally, this machine offers a possibility to seed directly. No previous cultivating or plowing necessary. Oh, so that one looks like it will kind of be a step in between what we have. So let's look here. What's the difference? Now, I don't know what that is, that leaf that you see there, but it looks like it might be a difference. So let's go ahead and let's select this. We're going to pick this one up. You can fetch your purchases at the store. And then as far as cultivators are concerned, we could look at just, these are all pretty much going to be pretty similar. This is a 4.8. This is a 6. This is a 6. Next field for sowing. Oh, is this a fertilizer too? It kind of looks like it's a fertilizer too. That's pretty interesting. 8, 10. Okay. Why don't we go with this? No, let's look at this one. I'm interested and intrigued to look at this one. Design. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the extra $5,000 will give us. Let's go ahead and pick this one up as well. Okay. So those are new purchases that we have here, and we might be able to drive these back over to the farm with just what we have here. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll go ahead and try it. I was able to haul that logging truck. Okay. Does not look like we can haul this one. You know what? Are we on the wrong side? No. All right, let's try this one. Can we get this one? Okay, definitely not. All right, so I got to go and get a tractor or two and take these guys back. So let me go ahead and do that. We'll be right back. All right, so I got our new sower over here, and I want to check this thing out. And if this thing does what I think it does, this has got to be like one of the coolest machines that we have at our arsenal right now. So yeah, what I can do, or at least what I think I can do, is I can go ahead and unfold this bad boy. There we go. Maybe we'll want to line up just a little bit straighter here. There we go. And we can hire the worker, and it will sow and plant for us. How cool is that? Or it'll cultivate and plant for us. How cool is that? This thing's only going like 4 miles an hour. It's probably a little underpowered for a machine like this. But, I mean, it's doing the 2 jobs in one. 2 jobs in one. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We are growing, and it looks like we are replacing it with soybeans. So that works. That works fantastically for us. We also have this tractor here that could be used to pick up some stuff. I don't know. It's almost seems like I was selling some of it last episode, and it really just didn't seem like picking the stuff up was worth it. It was only like a couple of $1,000s per little iteration. I don't know. Like, I felt like doing the jobs and stuff like that was much more beneficial. If I have to take time and do it myself, it definitely is a little bit more beneficial. There's also that new field that we bought, Field 19, is sunflowers. So we're going to have to buy a new header for our harvester here, and I'll have to go out and get that as well. That shouldn't take us too terribly long. That guy is over there just doing work. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so that field over there is getting sowed. This field is getting sowed. This is going to be really good. You know, and with the necessity of that, I don't see that there's any reason for us to keep the other cultivator that we bought. I just don't see the point in it. I might take a tractor over there and hook it up to it and just see kind of what it can do to see if it is necessary, because it looks like it does fertilize as well. But I'm really just not feeling that it's all that necessary, because you look at some of these higher end ones, these things can do a lot. These can do a lot. That one does 15 meters. This one does 6 meters. This one, I mean, there's all kinds of goodness that you can do with these things. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking we need to go check out the new area. I did want to check here real quick. Let's hit P, go to our garage, and check out our tractors. This one that is pulling that has a horsepower of 92. This one has 107. Where this machine, is it this one? Requires 132. So we might need to up our, get a higher end tractor for that one, just so it can work at its full speed and full capacity and everything. But it should be okay for the time being. All right, guys, I went over and bought a new header for this tractor, this harvester, and so we can harvest this this field of sunflowers. This is the field that I bought last episode, I do believe. So we can actually go ahead and turn that on. And we will start to harvest these bad boys and get some sunflowers. We haven't done anything with sunflowers yet, so this will be interesting enough. This guy is done. This guy is done. What's funny to me is this sower took half of this field in the amount of time that it took that sower to do that entire field. I find that to be absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait to pick up another one of these. I think I'm actually going to, you know what, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not think about it. Let's just do it. We're going to go ahead and sell this one. So let's go ahead. That's $5,000 back to us. We're up to $140,000. I really want to buy a new tractor, but to get one that is in the 180s, we have two of these right now, and we have one of these right here, the New Hollands. To buy one that is 180 horsepower is going to be this guy right here, is 165, but if you look at this one, it is literally just a tractor puller. It has no front attachments. It has no reverse drive control either. So that being highly unfortunate, but we want one with all of that stuff, so we're going to probably go for this one up here that's $170,000. Shouldn't be too tough for us, but we just don't have a whole lot of need for any of these, or not any, but much of these tractors right now, which is pretty awesome. We're down to just the harvester and this guy. I'm definitely considering buying a fertilizer. I think that would probably be pretty good to buy, and we can fertilize our fields and everything. I'm not 100% on what that actually does. I know in theory what it does, but what does it actually do for us here in game? I'm not 100%. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. If we hit escape, we can see the growth rates of all this stuff. Plowed, harvested, cultivated, all that stuff. Fertilized, needs plowing. So yeah, it looks like these fields might need plowing. It might be something worthwhile. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to switch back to this tractor, I guess. And I think I'm going to try and do, you know what, let's actually get out of this one real fast and come over to this one. I'm going to empty this. This was the leftover barley, I do believe, from this field. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a couple more missions, try and get up to that 170,000, buy that new tractor, switch it out for the other one, and also I think I'm going to try and buy a fertilizer as well. Why don't we look at the fertilizers real quick and get an idea of what we can afford currently. While that's unloading, we can look at that. Sprayers, I do believe, is what we'll need. So let's look at this. Capacity of sprayers, increased harvest output on fields. Okay, this one's got a 15 meter radius. This one's got a 128 meter That one's $70,000. Like, that one's expensive. That is very, very expensive. But it increases the harvest output. Is that the only things there are? Fertilizer spreaders. There's these. 12. And this one does improve the harvest of your field. So they're basically the same thing. It's just whether you want to buy this one or you want to buy, you know, one of these sprayers. There's also slurry tanks that are another option for you. These 12, 14, that's a 6. This is 30. Holy cow. Can fill it with the tanker. I don't even know what half of this stuff is. It's all crazy. But yeah, I think we're gonna focus on that tractor first. We're definitely gonna buy a new tractor, and I think that is gonna be our next priority. So let me go around. I'm gonna do some more the jobs. I'm gonna do some more jobs around the farms, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so one of the jobs I'm doing today is actually a potato harvester. This thing's pretty cool. I have not messed with one of these since Farming Sim, I want to say 13 or 15, whatever the one I had a ton of hours in. That's the one I actually messed with this in, and it's pretty cool looking. Definitely is pretty cool looking. But this job should net me anywhere around $18,000 to $20,000, so I should be pretty close. Maybe one more job after this, and then I'll be able to do getting the next tractor. All right, guys, after doing a few missions, getting all our fields taken care of, we have $185,000, and I figured I would come over here, and we're gonna sell this tractor right here. We'll sell this guy. Let's see, configure or directly sell. We're going to go ahead and sell. That'll get us 12K. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we're up to 197,000 tractors. Like I said, we're going to look at this one that was 170. Yeah, that's what we want. The Valtra. And the 210 horsepower definitely is going to be a beast. And let's see, do we want the front loader attachment? It's an extra 800. Engine setup is an extra $20,000. Holy cow. We'll just leave that as is. Wheel weights, narrow tires, standard. We'll keep it standard for now. But I am going to go ahead and rock some green coloring on these, except for the tires. Let's go ahead and purchase this one. Yeah, that's going to work out well. Well, wait, hold on. Let's see. What was the main wheel color? Was there not a main wheel color that I could see before? Yeah, that's 0. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and buy. Yes. Okay, we can fetch that at the store. We're at the store. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a sprayer too, but it looks like we might not be able to do that as it currently sits. But let's see. There was a manure spreader. No, the slurry spreaders for 36. Yeah, we can't quite afford any of this stuff just yet, but I do want to. I want to get one eventually. This one's 15 meters wide. Actually, you know what? We could probably afford this, but we might not even have enough to fill it up. But yeah, let's take a look at our tractor here. That thing is darn spiffy looking, isn't it? That thing is nice. All right, let's go ahead and look on the inside here. It's got a little side seat. You see that? That's pretty cool. We got the little back area back there. Change driving direction, so left B. Oh, snap. Can actually drive it in reverse now. How cool is that? And it turns around. And now you can drive it forward. That is too cool, guys. That is too cool. The horn is very wimpy. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'm digging that, guys. Thing got up to 32 miles per hour. It's not bad. Not bad at all. If we go ahead and take a look here at our fields, we can see that everything is planted. It is growing. We do, again, need to go ahead and fertilize a little bit our plow. Oh, you know what? Let's see here. How much is a plow? We could get this one for prepare the fields. No, you know what? Let's auger. I could go for I'll do a sprayer. I probably won't do it this episode, but we definitely should do a sprayer. I definitely think that'll work out a little bit better. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head back. Not really a whole lot more that we can go ahead and take care of today, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the episode here, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna let the fields kind of do their thing, and yeah, let's go ahead and up the speed on that though. That way our fields can start growing. All right, guys, my name is Drax. Have a good one.